265-kilometer IDC range on a single charge. That's what the Simple One Gen 2 claims with the 5 kilowatt-hour battery pack. Today we're going to ride it. We will not be able to test it, the range, because it's a first ride. We have just a couple of hours to test it. But we'll tell you what has changed on the Gen 2 Simple One electric scooter, what has improved, what could have been better. But before that, if you're new to the Car and Bike channel, hit that bell so that you get notified every time we ride an interesting motorcycle, ride a new scooter, and tell you all about it. This is a performance-oriented scooter, and if you want performance, this thing will not disappoint you. Sonic, it's quite quick. Sonic Plus, you get the full performance. I saw a speedo indicated top speed of about 112 kilometers per hour. Company claims 115, but it gets there without fail. A speedo indicated 112 kilometers per hour. That's quite fast for an electric scooter. Throttle response in Sonic and Sonic Plus is quite aggressive. You open a throttle and it's just raring to go. And if you want slightly muted performance, of course you have Ride and Air to play with, two more riding modes. And if you want full range, there's also Eco and Eco X, which throttle response is somewhat muted. And there are 4 levels of regen, so you can play with if you want to have the feel of engine braking like a conventional petrol-powered scooter. For me, Regen 3 and Regen 4 works best, where I can close the throttle and have that feel of engine braking. Regen 1, I am not so happy with. It doesn't offer any kind of engine brake feel. So that's my personal opinion. Overall, handling has always been the Simple One's forte, and with the changes in the chassis, I don't know how much of a difference is over the last generation model, but this one is quite sorted in the dynamics department. Ride quality also, although the roads that we have tested on are not very bumpy, not too many potholes around to test the ride quality. But from the small undulations that we've encountered on our test route, ride quality is quite sorted, no complaints there whatsoever. Only drawback is the feel of the front brake, which feels a little bit wooden to me. If you use the front brake, it doesn't immediately give you that stopping power. Considering the performance of the scooter, front brake feel could have been better. If you use both brakes, the brake has been tuned that the rear tends to lock up a bit. That's also something which could have been looked into. But overall, it's a good performance-oriented scooter. Now, switchgear is something which I have to point out while riding. There are 2 things which I noticed is there are 4 levels of switches on either side, and it gets some time getting used to. I ended up using the cruise control instead of the start button. Here also, there are quite a few toggle switches. It's not a deal breaker, but it'll take some time getting used to because there are 4 different levels of switches on both sides. So that takes some time getting used to what you're using on the go. One more drawback is that even if you're using Sonic mode, you switch it off, switch it back on, it goes back to Eco. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but yeah, you'll have to again change the mode essentially. So ride modes, nice. And the seat, while riding, the ergonomics are quite nice, but for my height, which is 5 feet 9 inches, I found what is lacking is space to move around. If I want to move back, then the slope of the seat makes me move up. So there's not much space to move around. If you're sitting in one position, it's okay, but if you want to change position, it could have been designed better. So then how is the Simple One Gen 2 and at those prices? If you want to opt for the base variant 3.7 kilowatt-hour battery pack, which will give you 190 kilometers claim range, you'll have to shell out 1.5 lakh ex-showroom. The mid-spec 4.5 kilowatt-hour battery pack, which will give you 236 kilometer claim range, you have to shell out 1.7 lakh ex-showroom. And for the top spec 5 kilowatt-hour battery pack, which will give you maximum range of 265 kilometer claim range, you'll have to shell out 1.78 lakh ex-showroom. It's not a very affordable scooter, that's for sure. But for that price, where is Simple One present? As of today, Simple One is present in about 61 sales points across India. And by March 2026, the company promises to extend that network to about 150 odd across India. So you will possibly see a lot more Simple dealerships across the country and many more scooters like this on the road. What could have been better? I feel is the display. The display under bright sunlight is not very visible. That could have been improved. And considering this is a performance-oriented scooter with a claimed 115 kilometers per hour top speed, although I saw a maximum speed of 112 kilometers per hour top speed, the feel of the brakes could have been better, particularly the front brake. The front brake has got bite, but you have to put a lot of pressure on the lever to get some stopping power at those speeds. If it was a lower speed scooter, about 70-80 kilometers, I would have said that's all right. But considering the performance of the scooter, the braking performance should have been better. But those niggles aside, this is quite a well-rounded scooter. I think for the money that you pay for it, or you'll end up paying for it if you consider it, you definitely get a well-spec scooter. And on top of that, you can opt for 5 years extended warranty for 5,499 rupees or 8 years extended warranty. There are different extended warranty packages for different price points to have peace of mind. So if you're in the market for an electric scooter which is sporty, which has got performance and which will give you decent enough range, this one definitely should be on your radar. But again, for a full-on range test and everyday riding, how does it perform in city speeds and everything, look out for our in-depth review coming soon to Car and Bike.